it might be a while before we see a Wuxia game of higher quality. So the big question is where wins meet actually any good? Or perhaps you haven't even heard of it yet. Let me share with you based on my experience in playing China version of the game. The game has officially launched in China, but its global release is still on the horizon, tentatively set for 2025. So the final closed beta is your next shot. Mark your calendars for the final closed beta test, running July 24th to July 31st, 2025, available on PC via Steam and PlayStation 5. Alright, if you're considering diving in, you likely have questions. Now, I know what you're probably wondering. You might have heard some folks call it an MMO or mobile game. But honestly, it feels way closer to a big AAA single-player adventure that just happens to be free to play, with some really smart online bits bolted on. Think less massive multiplayer grind, more like getting Red Dead Redemption 2 or Ghost of Tsushima vibes, but in a rich wuxia world. You know, martial heroes doing crazy wire-fu acrobatics, channeling inner energy, all that classic stuff. Alright guys, here's the cool part. You can play the entire thing solo with free. Yes, seriously. A core design is to allow players to explore the gorgeous open world, soaking up the atmosphere of Wuxia, which definitely not traditional MMO grinds or punishing Souls-likes. The focus is squarely on rich storytelling, expansive open-world exploration, and truly living the life of a wandering martial artist. It's all designed like a premium single-player experience. Get lost in the life of a wandering martial artist. Talk to surprisingly chatty NPCs. Yes, you can actually speak with NPCs using your mic. Or go fishing, tame a horse, maybe even toss a rude villager into the river. By doing, you will end up putting bounty on your head and by worst, go to prison. There are even weird little mini card games like insult battles or diagnosing sick people. Yeah, and your own character can get sick or injured too, which you gotta find a doctor or get a buddy in multiplayer to patch you up. But then when you want company, you can tap into multiplayer mode, invite friends into your world to explore together. Or later on, jump into dedicated multiplayer servers where you'll find PvP, group dungeons, big guild battles, and chill social stuff like playing cards, mahjong, even sumo wrestling. The genius part? These modes don't step on each other's toes. Your solo progress is safe. Speaking of free-to-play, I know. You guys must wondering, what's the catch? Yep, totally fair question. Right now, the monetized system in the game is purely about cosmetics. Outfits, fancy skill effects, a monthly pass, some gacha for ultra-luxury looks. But crucially, nothing here makes you stronger. The game is zero pay to win. You can absolutely experience everything without spending a dime, or even get some of the cool cosmetic for free as well by gaining rank up in your faction, doing side quests and beating side bosses. Speaking of factions, there are also factions in that game that in the form of martial arts sect/school. You can actually join these school. They have their own rules, their own story, cosmetic, and even martial art that you can get. While for those players that enjoy freedom and decide not to join any of these factions, you can learn their unique martial art as well by sneaking into their secret hideout to peek their martial art movement in order to learn the skill. Okay, let's talk about the story setting real quick. The game drops you right into the chaotic 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period in China. It's packed with little details about traditional culture, which is awesome if you're into that. You play someone saved from the chaos by a martial arts master, trained up, but then dragged into this huge mystery because of an old jade pendant. The main story's engaging, but honestly, the side stories and characters are where it really shines. They feel connected and real, definitely worth taking your time to soak it all in. How about the combat system in the game? It's proper action-based, light attacks, heavy swings, blocking, dodging, parries, counters. You've got loads of weapons to play with: swords, big sabers, spears, fans, umbrellas, twin blades, massive long glaive, even a rope dart. You can find crazy martial arts manuals out in the world. Learn stuff like the Toad skill or the Buddha's palm. Switch and mix them up mid-fight. Find combos that feel good, unlock passive buffs. It lets you build your own style. Next, a unique energy system functions like stamina, replenishing naturally over time, which taking roughly 3 days for a full recovery. You'll spend vitality to claim rewards after tackling solo world bosses or completing multiplayer dungeon challenges. Critically, this resource cannot be replenished with real money, ensuring a level playing field for all. Lastly, come to the traversing system in the game. The game offers several traversal methods such as fast travel points, horses, and higher-level qinggong, which for me, I find quite enjoyable. However, for some other player, the constant repetition of the qinggong cinematic when casting the skill becomes tedious. So the conclusion for me is, the game is amazing, story content is fascinating. If you're craving a deep, single-player Wuxia world that also lets you hang with friends when you want, this might just be it. Definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially with that beta coming up. Thanks for watching and do leave a like. And if you want to see more, you can also subscribe to the channel.